Hello everyone and welcome to this game, and it is a real class match. You can start now. Thanks. We are live. Greece, I'm commenting. Uh, and I've just lagged. I'm not sure if you can hear me or if the room just lagged. May have been me. No, it was the room. Well, what a start for the broadcast then. Anyway, although it seems like we might have to wait a bit for the game, we will see a match between the two dark horses of the season. One being Dostlar Mekani, who have won one game and lost one game, if I believe correctly, and the other one being Avalanche, who have won twice, one in penalty shootout and one in regular time. And both of those teams have already had a challenging matches in the first round, but ultimately they've proven themselves, and now they could be having a match that will decide who gets the higher place in the standings. Although I'm hoping the technical difficulties can be sorted out, because I have to kind of take care of the stream. But luckily, there's more people than just me and Foya who are managing the league. So hopefully that can be fixed soon. And while we wait, I can tell you some stats. So Avalanche has 12 goals scored, which you might think is a lot, but also interestingly, they are one of the two teams that have not conceded yet in Eastern Conference. It is them and Akademia Pana Smoczka, while Dostlar Mekani may have conceded some goals, but they are the team with most goals scored, and they have 17 goals, with 14 of them being against the AR Academy. So worth pointing out as well, the AR Academy team, which has won 9-2 in their first match. So it's not like they've just gotten the weakest team and they've destroyed them. They've played against a team that caused an upset at the start of the season and destroyed them. So I'm really hoping for an interesting match. This is the one game that I've been waiting for in this whole round. And if I would take a look at predictions channel, which is currently private, you would see that Avalanche is the favorites with 30 people voting on them, while only 7 back Dostlar Mekani. But I truly believe this game will be much closer than everyone expects. So hopefully we can get this started. And I might talk a bit less because I need to find the room, figure it out to know what's going on. Are we like restarting the host or what? Because apparently something's broken. We might have to wait a bit, which of course can be annoying, but whatever. I've just seen a really great GIF in the general chat with crazy movement from David Czech, but Zoot did not have a Zoot moment in there to save it. Wait, or did that go in? I can't really tell from the cut on that. It looks kind of weird. I got a room link from Tvoya though, so I will quickly send it over to the captains as well, and we can get this show started, unless they are already here. I need to load, they are not. Okay, let me send it to them. I've messaged Setblocks and Jigit, also known as King. Hopefully they can share it with their teammates. and we can get the show started. I know that it's joining. I'll send the same message again. Or maybe I won't need to because only one person joined after it, so hopefully they've seen it. And yeah, we hopefully can get this show started as players are joining the room. So Avalanche is missing only Nies, while Dostlar Mekani only needs their new signed player, Miko, at least from what I remember. Okay, there we go. Everyone is here, so we can get this show going. Although Nies asks to wait a bit. And he's rejoining. There we go. Both the goalkeepers done the command. And I think we can start this match off. And they are off. With Michkai making a save in the first second straight away. And there's a pause by Seplox. So we maybe will not start it straight away. Nies rejoining. Interesting. Hopefully he has no issues with the connection. So we can actually get this game going as Avalanche only has 5 players in the team, which is the 4 you can see in the room, and Fresh as well in the lineup, who isn't present today. We've got another reset. And we can go, hopefully. Everyone's moving. Seems like everyone is fine. So let's go and let's see this matchup. I am really curious to see how this game goes, because this to me feels like a really matching game, because Dostlar Mekani is known for a good offensive playstyle when Nies is AFK again and pause is requested and he leaves the room. What is happening with Nies is, I'm sure everyone is curious about right now. Turks getting mad about the delay on the game, understandable. Apparently time isn't working on scoreboard, someone just said. I think maybe because of the reset. I'm not sure. Nies just asked to wait 3 minutes. Foya's DMing me that it should work on the stream now, but okay, yeah, it's there. I had to refresh. Maya has rejoined as well. So yeah, while we're waiting for the game to start or continue, because I'm not sure whether they're gonna restart or not. As I said, this is a really interesting matchup because we've got on the one side the team with most goals, with Dell scoring a lot of them. I think he's on like 10. Let me just quickly check that. He has got 10 goals this season. While on the other hand, we've got Michkai, who has most minutes without conceded goals, because not only has he played those 2 matches with a clean sheet, but also he had an overtime. Oh, actually, let me just correct that too in his conference, because I think Murciélagos may have played. Oh no, they are yet to play. Okay, because if they do, and if they keep a clean sheet, they might overtake Mekani, and by saying they, I mean Twoja. But for now, this statement was factually correct. Mekani is the player with most time played and least goals conceded. And it's worth pointing out the style of it as well, as against Carpathian Bears, he's had to play 4v2 with Nies for almost 2 minutes, as he's done 2 betons in a row, but still managed to not concede a goal. But we can see all the players are back, so hopefully Nies is moving. He is. And let's hope there will be no more restarts and we can just see the hockey from both teams. So the lineups are kind of as expected, but then with a little bit of twist. We've got for Dostlar Mekani, who are already making attacks, but the shot was wide. We've got Del playing as a striker. Mayo today moving to the midfield spot as Kamin Son is not present. Then Coco in defense. And their newest addition to the team, the freshly transferred player, Miko, leaving Wild and joining them to be playing as a goalkeeper. While for Avalanche, the lineup is pretty much as everyone would expect, with Mekani in net, Nies as defender, Chris in the midfield, and Seplox being the striker. We are almost a minute into the game, and it is kind of as I expected it to be. Dostlar Mekani being the team that will dominate, look for those attacks, and Avalanche will just stay back and look for maybe a a counter attack for Seplox, and hoping that the not experienced Turkish players will make a mistake in the playmaking. But we'll have to wait until we see that happen, or whether that happens, I should say. Yes, now looking for the pass, but it's been intercepted immediately. No substitutions available for both of the teams. First shot. Oh, that's a mistake. Seplox with a shot out of nowhere that should be a safe save, you could say, without any risk. But Miko goes too far forward, making a beton. And now Dostlar Mekani will play with 3 players only for next 2 minutes or until they concede. They need to decide who will be out, and I'm guessing it's gonna be Mayo. Yep, that is confirmed. So we've got then Coco and Del probably going a bit deeper in defense to help him survive those 2 minutes. Nico didn't even X the ball. I've just seen he just ran at it and touched it. Oh, and it's a goal straight away. We've got Chris getting on the score sheet. A pass from Seplox wasn't accurate enough, but Del was just going back into defense, and his movement helped Chris get the shot on target. And it's 1-0 to Avalanche. I think Miko could have maybe done better at that shot, but it was like 2 seconds after the baton, maybe a bit more. So he may have not been expecting that as well. So now Dostlar Mekani need to get back into the game, but we know they can, although they've not quite done it yet. They've had a good battle with Wild, that despite conceding 5 much over the course of the game, it's not like they were just getting bullied by Vasquez, who scored all of them. They've had 3 goals for themselves, and they were making some nice attacks as well, because Yasmin had quite a decent amount of saves. So you could say he was the important player for them. Now Seplox kicking it away again. Maybe trying to find that type of shot like he did. That seems really safe, but hoping for GK mistake with a baton. And Mekani will keep those hopes up to continue his clean sheets streak. Going for the build-up play, Mekani gets a bit lost. It goes into the corner. He didn't hit it, but Chris managed to kick it into the corner back. So they Turks can't score. And Mishkai, of course, blaming the luck for it, as you would expect. Now it's Mayo looking for Del, but Nies was close to him. Nice fakes X, but no goal yet. Oh, that was a crazy pass from Den Coco, but unfortunately for them, Del was covered by Nies and he couldn't quite turn to make it a 1v1, but that would have been a crazy assist and possibly a goal of the round contender, as now it is them again in the build-up play, but Del took a bit too long with that pass, so Dostlar Mekani couldn't quite score. Counter as well from Avalanche failed. We've got 40 seconds left until the end of the period. OX battle, that was risky from Nies, because not only could have gone into the net, but also he could have made a baton in there. Seplox really pressuring Den Coco, not letting Dostlar Mekani make the build-up attacks. Krisu looking for Seplox, but this time it was the other way. Den Coco did not give him space to turn and shoot. Last 5 seconds of the first period. And Nies will probably hold it out. That's what he does. So first 5 minutes done. I wasn't expecting Avalanche to score this quickly, but looking at the circumstances, you could kind of see Dostlar Mekani conceding with a baton, because it's not an easy task to defend with only 3 players for 2 minutes. But I'm sure they will not give up and we will still see a really entertaining match. Yes, now looking for that type of shot, but Den Coco was there making sure Miko does not make another baton. Seplox blocked by Mayo. But now, oh, that was a close attempt and another shot. First one hits at the post and the other one is just wide. We've seen the position swap for this attack, with Krisu staying at the back and Nies getting more involved, but it didn't work well, so they are switching right back with Nies going into DM spot. Maybe now. Del has found that space, but Mayo was on the other side of Nies, so there was nobody to finish that shot. You can see Nies is playing really passively, like when he has the puck near his own net, he will not take the risk, he will not look for like a fancy pass or a dribble. He's just waiting to get pressured and then work from there, hoping he can find a 3v2 situation. Now Den Coco, that was really risky, but no baton in there. Seplox gives it to Mayo, but Michkai is there. He's not making those batons. Mayo's right to turn. Puck goes behind the net though. And now maybe Seplox looked for a team play, but Chris was a bit too far in the defense. Del pushed through him really well, but Nies was in the right spot to cover a mistake from his teammate. And another attack from Dostlar Mekani. Great turn by Mayo, but he was just short of hitting the puck towards the net. Miko with a mistake. He hits it into the corner. Oh my god, okay, at least he saved the shot. But that was terrifying scenes for his teammates. He just looked like out of control with the puck. But at least he didn't make a baton, I guess. Now he's not going behind that. He's leaving it all for Den Coco. Great body block by Mayo, but Krisu gets a good X-battle. Maybe now. Can Den Coco reach that? He can't. He stays back. Doesn't even want to risk. Because we are only halfway through the match, or maybe even less if we go to overtime. Another cross in the corner. Den Coco plays with the puck and does well to defend it. Michkai lets it go, but then goes behind the net. Oh, that was a risky pass, and it's a massive mistake, but luckily for Avalanche, shot from Den Coco lands on the post, and Michkai only had to kick it away. so there was no another shot from Dostlar Mekani. They are really dangerous in those first 8 minutes we've seen, but the finishing isn't quite there. You can't even really compliment Michkai. Like, sure, he's done his job, but we didn't see any crazy, outrageous saves yet from him. So obviously no complaints at that. Hopefully you can get some better finishing in the remaining of the second and in the whole third period. Now Dell looking for the pass to the middle. Maya trying to make a space. He did, but unfortunately, again, just one kick away from a goal, and it's a beautiful attack, but it's a save by Michkai. He covered the near post, didn't go for the far post, and that seemed like a good decision to save it, but that was a beautiful double play from Denkoko and Dell. Avalanche will definitely need to be careful of that, but now, oh, that could have been their chance for the second goal. It's a beautiful pass by Seplox as well, but Krisu's shot was off target. If the result stays as it is, oh, wait, now great body block by Dell, but it's a good save by Michkai. 30 seconds remaining. Now Nies behind the net again. Nice team play from Avalanche, but Seplox will not get to that. If only that would have been a crazy opportunity for them, but no success this time. Possibly a last attack of this period. Then Koko on the puck, blocked by Nies. There's a lot of kicking around, but it goes behind the goal. So the second period is finished. Last 5 minutes to make a comeback for Dostlar Mekani. And we start straight away yet again. I'm glad this game is streamed because this is exactly what I expected. Both teams going at it, with one of them being slightly more dominant, but that doesn't mean the other one is just parking the bus, because we've seen attacks from both of the sides, and that one mistake from Miko could possibly decide the result, but hopefully we see some more goals, because that's like the only thing that's missing from this match that I would want to see more, and that's a bit of weird positioning from Avalanche, and it's a pass to Dell, but it's good save by Michkai. Really weird from both Seplox and Krisu to go this far forward, but Dostlar Mekani wasn't too sure who should take the puck. In the end, they did well and got the shot, but Michkai had it covered as it was really tough angle. Yes, once again, just waiting on the wall, being so passive, hoping that they can get a 2v1 attack. Michkai now getting involved. Oh, there's a lot of space, and it's a good save from Michkai. That was a nice near post shot, but it was a bit too soft. Denkoko with Mayo, back to Denkoko, and it's blocked by Nies. Another shot and another save by Michkai. I'm not sure what Miko was doing, but luckily it was not going towards the net. Dell on the wall, passing it back to Denkoko, plays it first touch to Mayo, and now mistake, and Seplox goes one-on-one, good save by Miko. Seplox now on the wall again, don't think Denkoko will let him dribble like that again. And like I've expected, Dostlar Mekani have intercepted it. Yes, going so far forward for the first time, and that's still being on his own half. Denkoko trying to dribble past Seplox, but oh my god, he's done it for the second time. This time he was too far back. Miko with a great clearance, because if he didn't exit, that would be a really, really good position for Seplox. Michkai just panicking and kicking it to the corner so he doesn't make a baton. He must be worried of that game against Burst to not make a mistake like that again. so much is happening in such a short amount of time that I often just don't have enough time to say what I want to. Dostlar Mekani now again making the attack, trying to start from behind the opponent's net. Didn't quite work out, so they are back in front of it. Nies blocking the corner. Possibly final 2 minutes of the match unless we see a goal. Nies will be there waiting on the wall, passing it to Krisu, who now Mayo lets Krisu kick it so then Coco can take it. That's really clever from him. I would really love to see overtime, not gonna lie, so I might be slightly biased for Dostlar Mekani in the next 1.5 minutes, but maybe now. Oh, that was a tough position to turn around. Miko now pressuring Chris. That was a really good play from him. And now Del with a turn, but Nies had the Mayo pass covered, so he had to play to the goal. Oh my god, that could have been such a beautiful goal, but Del hit the soft X instead of hard one. Oh, that was so good from them. But unfortunately, the soft X and then attempting the reshot was not enough as we head into the final minute, and it's a power play for Dostlar Mekani, so Miko can get involved as well. Like, surely we see a goal, but I have no idea which side gets it. Krisu blocks Del. Now Nies kicks it away. Seplak's on the wall, but Miko will get the puck. Looking for Mayo, who makes a bit of mistake getting the puck. Nies blocks it. But it's still Dostlar Mekani in the attack. Last 30 seconds and we will be behind their net. As Seplox will pressure and try to waste as much time as possible. Then Coco gets to it though. 20 seconds to make that one attack they need. Mayo blocked by Nies. But now a shot from then Coco, double steal by Michka. No, it's a penalty. It is a penalty shoot. This will 100% be a penalty, but Nies still could be a hero. We've seen a double save from Michkai, followed by a save from Nies. This is the Ghana 2010 vibes against Uruguay with Luis Suarez. With 12 seconds remaining. Oh my god, this is so intense. So much pressure on Del now. Can he score it? Are they ready? We're just making sure. Let's see. Del against Michkai. Who's gonna score it? Del on Michkai. Everyone's just standing still. Who's gonna get it? And it's Del who scores it. So it is level now, and we will be heading to overtime unless we see another goal. As we have the final attack now, let's see. Honestly, this could be like the game of the season. I might be a bit biased because I was the one who was pressuring Tvoya to stream it, but this is such a class matchup. The drama is there. Both teams are playing an open style, and the ending of the regular time, like you couldn't have made it any better. As we will be heading now to overtime. And someone left the room. So let's wait for it to come back. So, in case you don't know, we are heading to golden goal overtime. Both teams will play one more period for the 5 minutes. And if any team scores, the match is over. If not, we will be heading to penalty shootout. So Michkai no longer has no goals conceded. That penalty was so weird, by the way. I just want to say, like, Del was going so slowly with the puck, and everyone was just waiting. Like nobody moved. There was just like the world has paused for him to take that penalty or for Michkai to save it. Then Coco realized he can push, but he didn't need to because that was a good movement from Del. Michkai went the other way, and they've equalized. Oh my god, what a play from Miko. Oh, let's go back to the serious mode. As you may have noticed, we've started the overtime, and like I've said, 5 minutes of playtime, obviously extended until the puck goes up, but the game can end if there's a goal scored. And no changes in the lineups whatsoever. And Del has proven he can take penalties, so the Dostlar Mekani might be interested in the penalty shootout. I'm not sure if Miko is experienced with saving them, but that's another story. 4 more minutes, and it's a dangerous hit from Niez and Mayo, but Michkai was there to save it. Niez now. Mayo hits it to Del. Once again, they are combining. Great turn. Blocked by Setblocks there. A bit risky as it was still going towards his own net, but in the end, no danger was caused. Yes, hits it forward. Miko again risking it, going for the playmaking, but in the end decided to go back to the blue box. Yes, hits it away. Oh, let's see. Miko is being patient this time. Good pass as well to Mayo, who did not control the ball. But this is a great play, but firstly, Chris with terrible covering, and then Del missed the target. Ooh, Setblocks will be looking for the shot. He tried to wait him out and look for a pass, but it didn't work. But maybe now Setblocks, it's a save by Miko. Then Coco allowed the cross to go through, and Setblocks had a ball really close to the goalkeeper, who decided to stay 100% inside the box to avoid possible beton, but in the end has saved it going towards the bottom. Good save from him. Mayo going to Nies. Both teams have had their chances in the overtime, and we've seen none of them score, at least yet. Now Dostlar Mekani is combining again, but Krisu was there just clearing it. Nies going high forward. They've got the man press, but now Nies, oh, that was an awful finish. No chance this goes in. Nies staying near Mayo, while Chris is covering Del. They've switched now. Maybe we see a cross. Yes, we do, but it gets blocked. And again, they are pressing really high with Setblocks going to the opponent and then Yes covering the other side. I'm not sure if that's how they played the whole of the time, because I wasn't paying attention to their positioning, but I'm sure they are doing it for last like 2 minutes. But now there it's a baton by Mishkai, but the game could end right after it, because the puck could go to Mayo for finish, but it's a really tough position. I'm not sure if he's going to reach it. For now, we need to see 2-minute penalty, which means one of the players will be out until the end of the game, and it's Setblocks. Let's see, the on pause is important. We are making sure Mayo is ready. I'm guessing he has chat covered. Let's see. Oh, he tried it, but he missed it. Yeah, he couldn't have scored it. He was holding the X. He hit the hard X as well, but it didn't go in. Last minute for Dostlar Mekani to score. And now Avalanche has no striker, so they will not be pressing this high. Then Coco, waiting with the puck, being patient, plays it to Del. It's a mistake. If Chris hit that pass better, maybe Nies could have got to it. Look how far Nies has gone. Not sure if that was the right idea, at least covering from this side, but Chris was doing well. And Nies again pressuring really hard, but now it's a bad positioning from Avalanche. Chris gets a block. Now then Coco to Mayo. No X, but Michkai kicks it away. 25 seconds left. Chris with a great play. Could Nies get to that? Maybe he will try to hit a shot, but it's blocked by Den Coco. Imagine if we just seen a counter like this to end this off. Now Del playing it with Mayo. Good block by Chris. He did not believe a pass back was happening, only went to block the far post shot, and he did. Last 5 seconds, this could be the final attack now. Dell will play it back to Denkoku, who plays it to the middle. Mitchka with another baton! So that's not a pen. No, he's not 100%. So we'll see one of the players out. And they will try to kick it out. So the puck will be going towards Nies. I wonder if he's gonna try to risk kicking it behind his own net, because that could end up really badly. The timing on the batons as well. Waiting for the ready confirmed from the other team. They are. Let's see what's happening. Nies waits, but he misses. Dell passes it. There will not be a penalty shootout. Dostlar Mekani have made the best comeback definitely this season, and it is could be considered for the best comeback in history. Scoring a goal with like 12 seconds remaining in the regular time to get the game to overtime, and then scoring in the 21st minute. This will be the first goal in the 21st minute this season to win the matchup. You could say Mitchkai has thrown the game with the two batons, but let's not fully disrespect him, because he's had a great game until 14th minute, let's say, and he's carried Avalanche for so long, but couldn't do it for the whole matchup. And obviously, massive congratulations to Dostlar Mekani, who've won the match, got themselves 2 points, and will be ranking up higher in the standings now. And I think we can end this there, because this was a long broadcast, because we've had the delay, we've had the overtime, and most importantly, we've had a masterpiece of a game between those two teams. So thank you very much for joining the stream.